They got famous sayings about us. Let's see if you know one. What's a famous saying? All black people like what?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. You heard that before? All black people like what?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. They think all black people can dunk. I can't dunk.
Right.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
All right, what's your nationality, big bro?
Black.
You black?
Yeah.
That's your father?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say black. So let me ask you something. Dealing with the name black, where's our homeland at? Where's the land of black?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, so everybody else, like if I was to ask somebody, hey, what's your nationality? And they say Chinese, and I'd be like, what's your homeland? What would they say? China. It's that simple, right?
Yeah.
If I seen a Japanese man and asked him, hey, what's your homeland? What would he say? Japan. If I seen a white person say, what's your nationality? I'm Caucasian, European, with a little bit of Irish and sprinkle of German.
Yeah.
What's your homeland?
Yeah.
They would know. Oh, you say here. This ain't their homeland. They took it. But they would know their history. Now I asked you, where's the land of black? You couldn't say it, right? You know why? Because you're not black. You're from the 12 tribes of Israel.
That's right.
That's your history. That's who you are.
Right.
But you never knew that.
Right.
When we say black, we say names like Negro, American black, but we're actually from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
A special people according to God. You ever heard that before? What have you heard about that before?
Oh, no, I never heard of that.
You never heard that before. How old are you?
16.
16? Okay. So watch this. We're going to read something. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Now, there's something. In school, they teach you guys about history, about slavery, anything like that? They're not teaching you that? Man, they not. That's a shame. Watch this. I'm going to show you something real quick. Give me Revelation 1. Look at this right here. Because we didn't know that, who put that name black on us was somebody who didn't look like us. Which people on this sign, this whole sign right here, put that label on us? Where are they at on there? Let's find them. There's here, you see that? What they're doing right there is that's called an auction block. What they did was they shipped us on ships, on slave ships. You heard of slave ships before? We went on slave ships and then they sold us to their own people.
Bring it out.
As slaves. When they did that right here, what they did was they changed our names. On the end of our names, our last names, guess what? We became their property. And what else they changed was who we are. African American, American black, Negro. Watch this, read.
This is the book of
Deuteronomy.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
Guess what? What we end up becoming based off slavery, off slave ships, is an astonishment. Hey, we were downtown and we seen a whole line of people. And we was like, what is that line going? And guess what they were doing? They were getting on buses. And guess where those buses were going? Driving through the hood, looking at us. We're an astonishment to them.
Right.
Guess what? On YouTube, can't even believe there's black people out here.
Right.
It's an astonishment. And when we come here, we see our people suffering the same.
Right.
Way back in the States. Anywhere we go, our people are in the same conditions.
Right.
Read.
A proverb.
A proverb, meaning our names are changed. They got famous sayings about us. Let's see if you know one. What's a famous saying? All black people like what?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. You heard that before? All black people like what?
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken. They think all black people can dunk. I can't dunk.
Right.
Those are proverbs.
Right.
Read.
And a byword.
Bywords. Guess what? They call us names. Derogatory names. Like nigga.
Right.
They call us that. What? Acts 13. Who else did they call that? You think they called anybody else that in the Bible? Who you think they called that?
Probably a bunch of other people.
Okay, if they called them nigga, what do you think they look like? You think they was white? When have you heard a white man called a nigga?
A bunch of times, man.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying just based off them just speaking. No. See, this is the difference. We think it's cool now because the young people don't know. Back then, when you call somebody that, guess what? Oh, it had some meaning to it. Like back during this time, when they wasn't calling him a nigga. They was not doing that. No, they wasn't. But now it's become all of a sudden cool. They now say it's assimilation. It's okay to say it. But no, that's a derogatory term. Watch this. Acts 13:1. Let's see who else they called that.
This is the book of Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. Now there were in the church.
In the what?
In the church.
Do they be calling people that in the church? They don't, right? But back then, watch this. There were them in the church.
That was at Antioch. Certain prophets and teachers.
There were prophets and teachers.
As Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
It was called what?
Nigger.
That's in the Bible. That's what they used to call us back then. And they still call us that today. Go back to Deuteronomy 28. It means black. That's all it means. You see that? Watch this. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations.
Guess what? Anywhere we go, they always got terms for us. Read.
Whither the Lord shall lead thee, thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall gather but little in.
Verse 48.
Verse 48. The book of Deuteronomy. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy.
So guess what else happened? When we look right here. When we got off those slave ships, what happened? We went, like we said, we went onto auction blocks. We got sold. Where did we go once we got sold? We went to plantation. And when we went to the plantation, we ended up serving on the fields, picking cotton, tobacco. Here in Alaska, a lot of our people were picking fur. What they ended up doing was they got greedy for it. And when they got greedy for it, they ended up forcing us into labor to pick the fur for them. That's history that happened here. The same thing happened over there, happened over here, right? And guess what? You're a young man. You didn't know that history. Right. They're not teaching us our history.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.